Mueller's dead, the left is dead, Hollywood is dead, and Matthew McConaughey can't put their Humpty Dumpty system back together again. So they can pin it all on celebrities. They can all be delusional. People broken with the system. We know the social contract's broken. It's not about right wing. It's not about left wing. It's about common sense and prosperity. And we are done with the liberal New World Order. And again, I have no beef against Matthew McConaughey. I mean, it's really hurtful for me to have to come out here and declare war on him. But I'm not going to sit here while that son of a bitch takes my birthright and pisses all over it and shits all over it. And so I'm sure if you put the clip out, it'll go viral. I'll be exposing him, but it's all true. I'll stand up in a court of law. He's a known drug addict.
But I want it to go viral. I want it to go.
Yeah, I'm okay.
We want people
okay
to know
with this.
The problem is, Alex, is that at this point, you've been right more than you've been wrong, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And when you've been wrong, you've admitted it. So at this point, it's like, look, here's something I wanted to say. Like,
how many times have you been on a plane and some guy like taps you and you turn and they're like, you were right about the frogs?
Yeah, and you were.
Now, people all the time say Alex Jones was right. And the Alex Jones is Right t-shirt is available at InfoWarsStore.com. And I'm not just plugging something because I need money to fund this operation. Literally, you wear an Alex Jones is Right shirt. It is an incredible adventure. And yeah, no, I mean, we were here for the worm turning. We've actually witnessed the whole thing happen. And you guys are right. But I'm telling you, the power structure's dead. No matter how much they triple down, nothing's working. What do you predict's going to happen now that nobody's buying anything they can say and they think a drug addict like Matthew McConaughey is going to be their savior?
I think that here's what's happening, and I mean, I think that there's some glimmer of hope because we've been seeing a lot of normies that normally even aren't political starting to turn and go like, this is getting crazy. Like,
yeah, now it's affecting my life.
Now it's affecting my life. Like, it's one thing when, you know, it's, and we said it on the show, and it's not just because you're on, like, you know, to suck up to you, but this is true. We said it when you were banned from everything. We were like, all these people are cheering. I'm like, it's going to start with him, and then you know what's going to happen. It's going to be you. And now they're banning Jordan Peterson off of Twitter, everybody off of Twitter, screaming about him. Like, you didn't care when it wasn't you. And that brings me to this question. The one thing I never thought I would hear in 2022 is somebody on Fox News not only talk about you, but praise you. Tucker has been mentioning you quite a bit lately, and I was wondering what you thought about that.
Yeah.
Well, and I'm friends with Tucker. I'll leave it at that. You know, we hang out and stuff, and he's a populist. He's a smart guy. He's really smart, and I like him. You know, I'm banned on Fox. And
of course.
He tried to have me on, and they said, we don't care. He actually took a lot less money to do whatever he wants. And then we went and said, well, my contract says I can do whatever I want. And they said, well, we don't care what your contract says. You ain't having him on. So that's kind of what that is. But it's kind of cooler to be banned and be the guy in the Phantom Zone. But, you know, getting back to where we are politically and where the world is right now, it's the system that did all this. It's the system that screwed us over and the establishment that's hated. So they could ban you, ban me, ban Joe Rogan tomorrow. It's not going to matter because everyone knows they're being lied to. We don't want the Great Reset. We don't want Klaus Schwab flying around in a private jet with Bill Gates and Prince Charles while we go bankrupt. And we're just not buying it. So they're trying to run an agenda of feudalism in the 21st century. And it may have worked 500 years ago, but the Renaissance said record skip, car wreck sound, no. And so they're trying to run a play they ran before, and it ain't going to work. What it's going to cause is a big war and maybe the end of the world. So we are in very, very exciting times right now.
Yeah, we are. Look,
exciting's a good adjective.
Exciting. So something's going to change because I think we are really at that boiling point, right? Where that's it. Like something massive is going to have to happen because we've never been this divided. I've never seen people this completely divided. The government is now, you know, again, something else said, everyone used to be like, oh, Alex Jones thinks there's going to be FEMA camps. I'm like, well, yeah, they're literally, Australia was doing
there
that.
have been FEMA camps.
There've been FEMA camps before. And now they're
building them in the U.S. Mm-hmm. They're building them in the U.K. They're building them in Canada. Yep. Yeah, I mean, look, hey, folks, keep laughing at Alex Jones. You're living what I told you because people go, is Jones this is my biggest frustration. Because not just the establishment attacking me or the Democrats attacking me. If you go to Twitter or Facebook, anywhere, I get it every day. It's, he knows all this because he's one of them. No, you can go read Zbigniew Brzezinski's books. You can go read Klaus Schwab's books. You can go watch the Davos group. They're on there saying, you'll own nothing, you'll have nothing, you'll like it, you're going to eat bugs, you're going to drink sewage. These are quotes. And I'm going, this is horrible. These people are horrible, and they're going to do this. And they had like Operation Lockstep and all these drills that were down to the day what they would do and how they would do it. And I started watching how everything they said in the document was day to day the plan, because they had to do a drill, because if they announce their plan, they go to jail. But if it's a drill, which is really a battle plan, like imagine you have a script. The cops pull you over and you're driving erratically, and there's some blood on the windshield and whatever, and they find a dead body in the trunk, a little kid. I go, I don't know where that little kid came from. They get it, and they go, well, what's this? They open up a diary where you say, I kidnapped little Jenny from her backyard and took her and raped her for 2 weeks. Then I killed her. You get the electric chair. You get the lethal injection. But if it was my script, how I kidnapped Jenny and raped her and killed her. Oh, it's a script for a movie. Doesn't matter. Little Jenny's in the back of the car. Doesn't matter. Her blood's all over the place, and there's scrapes from her fingernails in your chest. As long as you say, oh, that was just a movie. So they do drills and they do these war games as their battle plan, and then they launch it. That's what you need to look into. Operation Northwoods, Operation Lockstep, SPARS 2025, 2028. Folks, these aren't just things I'm saying. Look them up, and then you'll be, in my mind, when you reach SPARS 2025, 2028, it's 2023. It's like, virus comes out of China, attacks the respiratory system. Here's the tweets we put out when it happens. Then we have them wear masks to create fear. It says this. And then we have lockdowns. And then a year later, we admit the vaccine doesn't work. And then we do this. And then it collapses society, and no one believes in it. And the tweets, hundreds of them, are the exact tweets they put out later. They wrote this in 2018. And then in 2000, it's the exact tweets, except they changed the acronyms, so you move the letters, and it's the same headline. So criminals love to brag. They literally wrote a battle plan, SPARS 2025, 2028, that is the operative operation for what they're doing. So people go, how does Jones know what's coming next? These frickin' psychos have a playbook. You know, take the New England Patriots. Of course they paid people for the playbooks. Of course they cheated to win. All the teams are cheating. They just cheated better. And if you're a conspiracy theorist, if you say the New England Patriots cheated, of course they cheated. That's why they won. They're all cheating. They cheated the best, but they got the playbooks. So we got the playbooks. That's why I know this.
That's a good explanation for it.
Yeah.
I have a question about, this just popped in my head too. You're trending often on Twitter.
Yes.
Whether you're there or not, you trend very often. So you were trending one day, and I looked, and it was a video of you from like 10, 15 years ago when you were on Jesse Ventura's Conspiracy Theory show. And you were explaining basically exactly what's happening now to him 15 years ago. And it was like you just explained in detail, like you can create a pandemic, then they can create, a lockdown and then have a reaction to the pandemic and blah, blah, blah. And it's all in this playbook. And Jesse Ventura's just the whole time going, wow, that's crazy. And then now how do you feel he's 15 years later, he's on RT going, just get the shot. All right, just shut up and don't question it and get the shot. It's like, what happened to him? Why? What do you think? Where do you think he went wrong? Because he was pushing.
Boy, that's a great way to end this interview.
Yep.
So here's the deal. I grew up watching Jesse Ventura with Hulk Hogan and liked him. I knew it was fake. And then I had him on as a guest when he was a governor. And then I was one of the main advisors the first 2 seasons of his successful TV show, Conspiracy Theory. But I don't want to say he's dumb, but he just goes with the flow. And so I think he reads whatever's put in front of him. So you look at that first season, particularly on FEMA camps, the New World Order, all that, that's 100% documented. And I basically wrote almost all of that. I sat down and said, here's this clip, here's this interview, here's General Stubblemine, here's Dr. Rima Labo, here's who you interview, and he went and did it. And then the third season, they said, hey, we may even have you host the season if you'll just work with us this season, the next season. We want to do chupacabras and flying saucers. And I said, I have no proof of chupacabras or flying saucers. And that was trying to get me to, be paid off or whatever, in my view. They didn't say that, but that's what it was.
So they wanted to do
look at that video, because this is important. It's viral everywhere. You guys can add it here. You have my authorization. I know it's live, but if you want to add it in the post video later.
Sure.
you have us in that censored video. They even took off TiVo and off the DVRs when it aired about FEMA camps. I had General Stubblebine, the former head 3-star general of the Army, former head of special operations, his wife, who was a head doctor for heads of state, tell me about the culling and the virus and the tainted vaccine. So I'm telling them, here's the guy, here's the person, here's how they'll release a virus, then release a vaccine that destroys your immune system. Here's the plan. So, I mean, I was giving him the former
Ken, you don't get a good...
head.
Sorry. I found the video.
Sorry?
I just found the video that you were mentioning. I just found it.
Yeah, no, play it anytime you want.
Yeah, got it.
Put it in post. So
I will.
play it right now. The
I
point
got
is that Stubblebine didn't just head up the Army or Army Special Operations. He ran the black projects. So that's why they did Men Who Stare at Goats, the same guy I talked about earlier, Ronson, that makes up stories to make it a joke with all those big actors that I love, by the way, Jeff Bridges and people, is to make a joke out of it. But that's where all that came out of. So the head of psychological warfare, the head of PsyOps, told me all this. I said, you should come on the show. He did come on. He said, I'm too sick. He was in Panama. We got his wife to fly up and say what happened. The reason I knew it is because highest level intelligence chief told us this. So of course it came true. Stubblebine's dead now, but it happened. So that's where I get my information. And in the show, we tell you where we got it. Here's me. I'm not like going like Nostradamus. Oh, I know this information and I'm so powerful. I know it. I'm like, here's where it is. Here's what they're doing. Let's stop it. And the frustration is you either get attacked or people go, oh my God, you're magic. How do you know all this? And I'm like, here it is.
So what I'm getting from this is that maybe he was just doing a TV show for a paycheck and that you were doing all the work and that he may not have been a true believer of a lot of the not trusting government stuff. He was more of a just, hey, we get to do this show and I get a paycheck for a while. And then he just, like you said, he kind of goes with the flow.
Yeah, I mean, but I'll tell you, the 1A.
I'd like to know what the heart machines are doing. That's everybody's favorite episode of all time when he was yelling outside of the heart place.
Exactly. I knew back then that he wasn't not dumb, but just not conscious. But he was like, I'm not taking that shot. I know what happened with the anthrax shot, the troops. I know about medical experimentation. We're at dinner. Alex, I'm eating steaks with him and his wife in Vegas where they shot it. Yeah, Alex, you're right. Damn it. I don't know. And then next he's like, anybody doesn't take it should be arrested.
Yeah, they
should put whatever they want in our body. No, I mean, I think he's a sellout.
It broke our hearts. It broke our hearts because I always kind of liked Jesse Ventura for years, and we watched a clip of him on RT saying, "Just shut up and take the shot." It was like, what happened to him?
Yeah,
I mean, I think he's a has-been that thought I can say it's good shot and do it, or maybe I take shot, it's good. I'm with the government now. I'm Jesse Ventura. But I mean, just all I can say is, you guys know how to bring it up because I haven't attacked McConaughey or him, but they are both, ladies and gentlemen, absolutely disgusting. And so, you know, Ventura will have to live the rest of his life with the fact that he is an establishment whore. And, you know, that's his problem. So I just say this: fuck you, Jesse Ventura, too.
Nice.
Well,
I gotta die.
I was gonna say
Jesse Ventura is a piece of shit.
Yeah, Alex, man, we really appreciate you.
Thank you so much, man. Really for everything.
This was wonderful, dude. We really appreciate it.
We got to get up to Austin and see you guys.
You will find the censored info at Infowars.com and Band.video, and we're on every day, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. You guys were on yesterday with Owen. I appreciate you, and thanks for having me on. And liberty or death, ladies and gentlemen. God bless you all. The answer to 1984 is 1776, and I'll see you at Infowars.com, where the tip of the spear lives.
Thank you, Alex. Appreciate it, buddy. Take it easy. Have a good day.
Throw a dagger at the camera?
You know what? Here you go. Go for it. Go for it. Don't break it, though.
All right, it's camera 2.
Okay, camera 2.
No one's in the studio, right?
Don't.
No, I'm going to hit that. She knows I'll hit it. Stop it. I'm going to hit the camera. I'm going to hit camera 2 with this dagger.
Okay, let's see.
No one's in the studio, right?
Okay. Here we go. You're
no one's in the studio?
Oh, nailed it! Woo!
I hit the top of the camera.
I was waiting for the
I'm 1
lens.
inch off.
All right.
You're still not losing it. All right, love
Take
you
it
guys.
easy,
Guys,
Alex.
take
Fuck
care.
Jesse Ventura.
Fuck Matthew McConaughey.
Love America.
Woo.
Up with DeSantis. Infowars.com.
Woo! Take it easy. Take it easy, Alex.
He
See
nailed
ya.
it twice.
He nailed it, and he hit the
nailed it
post, and he
twice.
got a plug-in.
He nailed
See
it
ya, Alex. Bye-bye. Oh, and there goes Alex Jones. That was
That was something.
well, did you can I say it? Are you not entertained?